Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Tacoimposters. So I started my animations, one of my animation courses because I bought three. Um, yeah, it's pretty good actually. To be honest, it's not the best. It's definitely simple and like it has because all it is one. Um, it's one. Whoopsies. One fun. One principle of the principles of animation. So it's like like not that I care. Like it's good. It teaches you pretty good stuff. It's just it's not exactly like great. Now the one and that was the middle priced one, right? Wasn't great. It was a middle priced one, right? The most expensive is the shortest, surprising. Or no, it's not. It's the middle time, and then the cheapest was the longest. So this one's like what 4 hours, 3 4 hours, 2 4 hours, something like that. Let me just check if I can get it. It's how long? So you want to over animation. How long is it? Damn, it doesn't say. Whoa, what was that? Oh yeah. I was like, if you're a Nintendo fan, use the Nintendo DS or 3DS flipbook software. Now it's not flipbook software. That's for DSi. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I think it's about like what? If I could do the math, 10, 15. Because you get to make one animation. You're like, oh, yes, one animation. And you learn like a bit about one animation, which is fine. It works, I guess. But I'm really wanting to do all of it, which one of them looks like it is going to give me way more detailed like lessons on how to make animations. So it's going to be good. But for me, I'm personally wanting to make a whole movie, right? I want to make a whole dang animated movie, which is probably not going to be that hard. It's just going to be very like annoying because it's going to be long. It's not going to be bad though, I'm sure. But yeah, so I'm doing animation there, and I haven't started the other because I wanted to start one of the animation courses, but I need a computer for that one because it's a computer software. I'm like, ooh, which is not bad, but it's annoying because like, oh, couldn't you just like not have done that? But anyway, apparently it's the same same company that makes the software for The Simpsons. So I'm not sure much about that, but yeah, it's good. It works, I guess. I don't know. So that's what I've been doing there. I feel like I might get one done. Maybe today's Monday. Next weekend. This weekend you might see something on this YouTube channel. Today is my 5-year anniversary of this channel, my YouTube channel. Technically, I started the YouTube channel in 2011, but I didn't upload anything until 2018. I was making random videos in 2011, but I did not actually make YouTube videos until 2015. It was today, 2015. I'm going to do a live stream, just like watching a bunch of my old videos. You'll see some pretty strange things. Oh, my outro was bad. It was just bizarre. Not that it was horrible, but it was bizarre. Like, why was I thinking? But yeah, anyway. What else? Yeah. So there's that. Which, I don't know. I was doing this because my friend started a YouTube channel, and he proved to me that he could make, like, decent content. Not great. Decent. Good enough content without having to, like, put lots of effort into it. Which is fine. Like, it works, right? But for me, it was just like, you know? Not that it's bad, but it's like, his stuff was not great. But it just proved how, like, people care about, like, people don't care how good it is as long as you can capture your audience, keep your audience there. Your quality could be absolute chat, but if your story's good, it keeps you there. Because if you get bored, then it's like, okay, I'm bored. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just bored, you know? That's just fine. I don't care. Like, I'll watch something and it looks like shat, but the story's great, so it keeps me entertained. Not always do I do the opposite. Because I remember watching the Disney documentary, what's it called? Oceans. I watched it in theaters, right? And I just remember watching it and being like, okay, whatever. And being like, it's boring. But it's not just boring. because I liked the visuals of it. I was an animal kid at that point. It was like 2010, 9, 10, somewhere over there. I watched it in Ottawa with my cousin in Ottawa, and he was just like, he fell asleep during the movie, and I was like, yeah, not surprised. Not surprised. Which I was not surprised. It was a boring movie, but it was visually appealing. So to me, I was like, right? I was like, whoa. So for me, it was very, wow. But, was boring. If I did not like, if I didn't like, animals at that point, I would have thought this is the most boring thing ever. But yeah. I mean, it's not the worst, but it was boring. Those documentaries are never my thing. I love documentaries, don't get me wrong. She said that documentary particularly was just very boring. So it really got me like, oh my gosh. So, anyway. So that was like me. So I want to make a movie that's like really captures people. Right? And it has every emotion in it. You're happy, you're sad, you're angry, you're scared, you're whatever. Everything's all at once. So, yeah. So that's what I'm doing there. I've been doing lots of animation. Well, not lots, but one animation thing. And then I'll start more animation stuff, and you'll see lots of animation stuff. Like, if you go to my Instagram, you'll see that I made an animation. It's really, really basic, because the guy doesn't move. It's just one thing of it moves. Like, it's like... And he throws something, and it goes, like, from there to there to the other hand. Anyway. It's decent for a first draft of things, you know? So, for me, it was like, okay, it's good to start with, but I learned nothing. Like, I used none of the techniques. Because I didn't learn any of those techniques. That's the thing. So, anyway, you'll see a good one soon, or at least soon. I'm not sure how soon, but like, it'll happen at least probably next weekend, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. That's what I've been doing there. And then my mom yesterday, or she said like 2 days ago, she found some video on YouTube, and it was about the Illuminati, and I'm just like, Mom, stop. You're getting into the conspiracy theory territory of YouTube. Like, don't watch this. Stop watching this crap. This is just conspiracy theories. Aliens are living among us. Robots everywhere, and we're actually being controlled. Or we're actually there's a higher government, which are lizard people. It's like, shut up. Shut the frig up. It's bullcrap. If you want to watch a weird video, watch either one of Markiplier's how long. It's something like YouTube. How long will it take me to get to like a conspiracy video or something, or a new YouTube user? Or what will YouTube bring me in a new YouTube user? What was he? Right? Which, I mean, he didn't take him very long. It took like 25 videos or something to get to conspiracy theory. Because his whole goal was conspiracy theory videos. And I'm like, oh, good lord. Oh. Now, YouTube is riddled with conspiracy theory videos. This thing is a black hole. It's actually a sinkhole that'll suck us all into hell or whatever it is, you know? Center of the earth, whatever it is. Or like, number 15. This kid is actually a time-traveling robotic alien from the planet Woohoo, who's actually here to suck your soul. It's like, what are you talking about? This is absolute bull. At least in my opinion, it's a bunch of bull. But hey, what are you gonna do? That's what YouTube... There's like the good... There's like three things. There's like YouTubers, good YouTube, and then like... whatever that is. Conspiracies and like... bad videos and the ripped movies, like really bad quality tutorials and oh god. But I mean, it's not the worst, but god, because there's worse parts, things on the internet. But like, oh god. I said, Mom, stop watching. No, stop. And it's like, I just want to be educated on it. And this person, this woman, I don't know if it's a woman necessarily because it was just a woman's voice, but like, she was explaining how I've done countless research on all of this. I know a lot, and then again, and then at the beginning of the video, it's like, we'll take it with a grain of salt. Take everything with a grain of salt. Oh, you can zoom in. Oh, interesting. You can't zoom in on the regular camera in the selfie mode. I'm using selfie mode right here, right? I'm using my front-facing camera. Anyway, yeah, so, like, but take it all with a grain of salt, because basically she says, I know nothing, so do your own research. But I've done so much research that you can believe me. You're contradicting yourself very much. Because you're saying how the end of Cabal, which basically means, like, Cabal is another name for the Illuminati, and so Cabal So he's saying basically the Illuminati confirmed, right? And then but that's the thing. Illuminati is scary, weird. It's kind of like the Freemasons in how the Freemasons are a like secret government. They're like a secret society, and there have been 2 presidents that have been part of the Freemasons. But the Freemasons are at least real in the fact that I know for a fact that they're real because my mom's friend's son is in the Freemasons. I was like, how do you get to the Freemasons? A Freemason just comes to you and is like, yeah, oh yeah, like 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. Up to 30 minutes. Yeah, so like, I know the Freemasons are a real thing. Like, I know for a fact that the Freemasons are a real thing. Unlike the Illuminati, where like the Illuminati aren't even like I have no idea if the Illuminati actually exist or they're just some weird thing that people have made up because they're like, well, I have no idea. You know what I mean? Because they just want it to be weird like that. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. I have no idea. No, not that it's bad, but I just have no idea. So for me, it's like, I don't know. I do not know. But I know that it's possible. Like, Illuminati is a crazy thing because if you just take something like the $1 bill, okay? Because she's talking about money and how it's actually really a higher, like, cent bank that, like, runs everything. And I was just like, you mean the World Bank? And it's like, no. It's like I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to explain because it's like, there's a higher bank that wants to have all the money. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Because then she's like, and there were actually 2 presidents that tried to print their own money, like their own like not counterfeit, but their own like kind of money, with no interest, no inflation, no whatever. And I'm like, okay. And it was Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War, which makes sense. They were trying to make their own money because she was like, well, give me more money, whatever. But then there was, anyway, and so she's just talking about that. It's like, whatever. Look, okay, I don't really care. But, like, you look at the $1 bill, the American $1 bill, and it looks like a ticket to an Illuminati meeting of some kind. Oh, you got the good stuff? You got your ticket? It's like, yeah, of course I have my ticket. Duh. And he shows you, like, a $1 bill. Those are crazy. Because it's got the pyramid. Why is there a pyramid on it? I have no idea, but there's a pyramid with, like, the Illuminati eye at the top of it. Like, it's crazy. And it's like, Illuminati confirmed. Illuminati confirmed. It's like, stop. It does look like an Illuminati ticket, though, to the Illuminati show. And apparently people claim that the Illuminati really, really does exist. They're like the Freemasons. They're like the Freemasons or the Shriners. They're a secret organization, except they have a different ulterior motive than those guys. Those guys have, like, their own ulterior motive. Which, honestly, the Freemasons could be the Illuminati for all we know. I've never been in the Freemasons. I don't know, and I don't care. But apparently they're not as, like, crazy as we think. They're not, like, psychopathic, murdering... They're not a cult, basically, They're not like a weird, freaky cult. Like we think they are, right? We're like, oh, they're a freaky cult that want to kill us, destroy us all, and take over the world, and have all the power and the money. It's like, not really. Now, I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying, like, that's not exactly what it is. Because my mom's friend's son is in it, so I'm like, she knows a little bit. And she went and got the Freemasons for Dummies book. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not necessarily... what's the word I'm looking for? 100% like that's the facts, right? Of the Freemasons, but it's a good starting point to be like, hey, the Freemasons are in a cult that want to destroy us all, suck your soul, and control everything and have all the money in the world. Not exactly, and murder your family. Not exactly. They are a crazy, creepy, weird, like secret society. Unlike something like the Shriners, where the Shriners are a secret society. But for some reason, the Shriners are just, like, really in the public eye. They're like, yeah, nothing wrong with us. Shriners Hospital for kids and, like, Shriners Circuses and, like, they're just, like, in the public. Now, they don't tell you what they do, necessarily. But they do say stuff like, they have public persona. The Freemasons have nothing. You know nothing of the Freemasons. The Freemasons could be murdering us all. Like, could have a weird cult. I mean, I don't think so, but could. I'm just saying, I don't know. So, yeah. I'm not saying it's a great thing. I don't really care, honestly. The Freemasons can stay the Freemasons as long as they're not murdering a bunch of people and trying to steal all our money. I'm good. But because we know nothing. We're just scared. You know, we're like that, very scared. Like, I'm scared. It's like, why? Why are you scared? It's just the fact that we don't know, so we're scared. Anyway, I don't know. I don't care. That's just my whole thing. I'm like, Mom, stop watching weird conspiracy theories on the internet. And she's like, but I want to know. And it's really intriguing. And it's like, oh, it's interesting. It's like, stop. It's the kind of thing you found on public access television at like 3 in the morning. You'd turn it on and it'd be like, Tales from the Crypt. The man who could not die. Or like, Aliens Among Us. It's like, what are you talking about, you freaks? They're actually time-traveling alien robot pirates. Pirate monkey people from the planet Woohoo that's trying to destroy us all. I said, what are you talking about? Anyway. Like, I would see a lot of those shows. Random public access, like PBS, public broadcasting, public access TV, where it's like the weirdest documentaries about like whatever. And then you had those things on things like you had credible documentaries like that. Well, not credible, but you had like actual documentaries on actual channels like History Channel. Like History Channel, okay, went from historical things like historical documentaries, restoration videos, shows, car shows, old car shows, picker shows like Canadian American pickers, to aliens. The same way Discovery Channel went from science to gemstones and moonshine. I'm like, no, lobster fishing, gemstones and moonshine. That's what it literally turned out to be. I'm like, oh god, you suck. By the end of the time I was watching it, right? It was very like I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I hated the Discovery Channel. Like it's like it went from Mythbusters, Daily Planet, Canada's Worst Driver, Canada's Worst Handyman. What else did I watch on that channel? I watched a few other shows on that channel. Destroyed in Seconds. There was like a Destroyed one with like some guy who went to jail apparently, and the only way he can get out of jail is if he did like some show. I don't remember anyway, but yeah, right? To lobster fishing, gemstones, and moonshine. I'm like, what is this channel turned into? And then Discovery, and then History Channel with from history stuff to all that stuff like, you know, Canadian Made, Pickers, Pawn Stars, all that stuff. Which I learned Pawn Stars was scripted, but hey, to aliens, just aliens. Like, what the hell is going on here? What is going on here? Now, I don't think it's the worst thing, but it's very. But that's not history. That's not science. What, the science of making moonshine? I'm confused. I never understood it, but it was Deadliest Catch or like Destroyed in Seconds was a weird show. I like that show a lot, honestly. For some reason, I was really into it at one point. Destroyed in Seconds, which was destroying stuff, and 1,000 Ways to Die. 1,000 Ways to Die. Don't know why, just was. Because at one point I watched Spike like religiously. I don't know why. I watched Spike religiously, and I watched stupid. Well, I watched Spike for Deadliest Warrior, World's Deadliest Warrior, or Deadliest Warrior. Which, now, that was a good show. I really liked that show. Okay, that was a good show. Then I watched things like, I watched Spike for things like, it was something like, I don't remember what the show was called, but it was like a show where he had to evict tenants from, like, apartments and houses and stuff. And he was very aggressive, this guy, and he would get the weirdest weirdos. And then you had, what was the other show it was? And that wasn't on for very long, the car, it was a car version of that, where it was like you were a, Repo Man. Or Repo, something about Repo, where a car got repossessed. You know, the bank repossessed your car. Or was it the bank? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. I mean, I like watch those things religiously. I don't know why. It was like really intriguing at one point. It was like 2000 and... I want to say like 10, 11. I'm not 100% sure what year it was. You know? It was fine show, Spike Channel. It was okay. I didn't have Spike for very long either. I remember I had it for like 3 years or something. 2.5 years or something. Unlike Discovery Channel, where I had for like literally my whole life. Discovery Channel and History Channel I had for like my whole life. And me and my best friend used to watch those channels like religiously. Because we love... Yeah, we watched those channels religiously when they were good channels. Then they turned into like absolute shat, and we were just like, "What is this bull? What is this absolute bull?" Now we weren't saying this was absolute crap, but it was bad. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We just turned really bad. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not saying it's what they got turned into horrible, but they turned bad. They got really bad. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, that was what I did. I watched a lot of those channels. I don't know why. I was kind of addicted to watching the really weird, like. Now don't get me wrong, they weren't the worst, but they were bad. They were bad. So there are lots of channels I just jumped from as a kid. Like really, really young, I did like CBC Kids, TVO Kids, PBS, and yeah. And then I went a little older. I went YTV. Whoopsies, YTV, Teletoon. And then I went to like Family Channel, YTV, Teletoon, and then I went to like Teletoon Retro, YTV, Family. What else? You know, those kind of channels. You know, and then I didn't give a hoot, and I stopped. You know, and then I got a little older, and I watched like Discovery, right? Discovery Channel. Discovery Channel and History Channel and like those kind of channels where they were good until they got really weird. Like it's not science if you're showing someone how to make moonshine, or it's not science if you're just doing alien documentaries. Like I'm not saying they're bad. Don't get me wrong, but they're not great. Stop, please. But hey, what are you gonna do? I don't really care, so for me it's like, whatever, but hey. And those are basically the channels I watched as a kid. I didn't have Cartoon Network, I didn't have Nickelodeon, I didn't have, those kind of things. But I had Family Channel, which showed a few Nickelodeon shows on Family Channel. And I had YTV, which showed a few Nickelodeon shows on YTV. So I did watch a few of them. And YTV also, or Teletoon showed, like, Cartoon Network shows, like, Billy and Mandy and stuff like that. So I was like, I watched some of them. I didn't watch all of them. I didn't have the channels. But I watched them, so they were good. You know? So, yeah. That's just my thing of what I did as a kid. I watched the channel I watched as a kid. Which, I mean, they were good. Until they got stupid and just whatever. And then, my favorite of all the channels was Cartoon... no. I was going to say Cartoon Network. No, it was Teletoon Retro. And I'm staring right now at this poster right here I have on my wall. And it's Looney Tunes. And I loved how they showed all Looney Tunes. Also, I watched Looney Tunes my whole life. So for me, I watched Looney Tunes since as long as I could remember. But what I remember is all the other things on Teletoon Retro that just were great because they just let me experience all the stuff I didn't have as a kid. Everything from like the 50s to the 90s. It was great. Even early 2000s had some stuff. Some of the stuff from the early 2000s, you know, that I just never was able to watch anywhere else. But yeah, it was great. So I mean, hey, it was a good channel until they decided, now we're going to kill it. We're going to just one day just kill it. No reasoning, no explanation, just gone. I'm like, what? Why? Anyway, I didn't really care. I was really sad really sad at first, but I was like, I kind of had this like, oh well moment of like, oh well, what you gonna do? Yeah, I was sad. Don't get me wrong, but I was kind of just like, oh well, what are you gonna do, right? So, things that they didn't show though, which I really wanted them to show, were the Nintendo cartoons, which were the Mario and the Zelda. That would have been so good. They didn't show it. That's okay though. I personally, you can watch all of them on YouTube, so it's not like it's that all of the Mario and all of Zelda on YouTube. So for me, it's very like, oh, okay, whatever. Not that it's great, but it's like, it's okay. It's okay. I don't know. So apparently you can watch a lot of those like weird old cartoons on like YouTube, stuff that like you wouldn't expect to be on. So like, where are you gonna? Okay, that's the thing that I've come to this conclusion. I'm like, I thought of this before, and I'm like, how are you gonna watch some of those like cartoons or some of those TV shows or movies that were just really obscure, really bizarre? Like they're not gonna go on like channel like streaming services unless somebody goes, I'm taking that, I'm buying that, I'm getting that, I'm taking, like, where are you gonna watch? I watched so many random shows. I watched Jane and the Dragon. I watched Potatoes and Dragons. I watched Erky and Perky. I watched Ruby Gloom. I watched so many random shows that it's just crazy how, like, where am I gonna watch any of those shows again? Now, don't get me wrong. They're probably somewhere, right? They're probably somewhere. It's just, where am I going to watch those shows now? Now, some of them are on YouTube. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are on YouTube. But some of them are just lost to the annals of time. They're lost. Whoopsies. Yeah, they're lost to the annals of time. That I'll never be able to be like, well, where do I go? I have no clue where to watch some of them. Others, they're on YouTube. They're on the internet. They're somewhere. So a lot of movies are on like those movie pirating websites, like 123 Movies or Footlocker or places like that, right? Where they're good. It's just, or they're so the movie's not exactly hard to watch. I mean, not that they're easy or legal, but they're not hard to watch. I can watch 99% of the movies that I watched as a kid just because the internet exists. Right? So, but the TV shows? No, forget it. You won't be able to watch a quarter of them. 10%, 5%, 3% of the movies, the shows I watched as a kid. Because I watched so many random, bizarre TV shows that you're just supposed to be like, well, where am I? What, huh? I don't know. Like, one I'm remembering right now is Prank Patrol. Here we go, we're on a roll. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna join the Prank Patrol. Here we go. Apparently there were two versions of that show. It was basically just a prank show. And now that became popular, like, what, 5 years ago, maybe? Like, it peaked in 5 years ago. But they basically, they had two versions of that show, apparently. It was a prank show. But it was apparently an Australian version and a Canadian version. Go figure. Kind of like Splat-A-Lot. Now, Splat-A-Lot was like a kid's, like, medieval version of, like, Splatoon. No, not Splatoon. Wipeout. And it aired for, like, 3 years? Something like that. Really short amount of time. And apparently there's a video. If you look up, like, Splat-A-Lot, abandoned, set, you can watch a guy just, like, go to the abandoned set and see it. I think it's the one in Canada, not the one in Australia. But, yeah. So it's like, oh. It was in, like, it was either Vancouver, Alberta, Edmonton. Anyway, somewhere around there. It's weird. Not that it's bad. It's weird. It's like, oh, okay. It's pretty cool to go to these things and be like, this is so... Like, that's the thing. What are you supposed to do? It's so neglecting them. Like, what are you supposed to do, right? But, like, what do you want to do with them? Like, well, what do you want to do with them, right? I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm just saying, what do you want to do with them, right? What are they going to do with them? Destroy them? Cost money to destroy it. So they just leave them up. Same way like abandoned malls, abandoned amusement parks, abandoned theme parks, abandoned water parks. There are a lot of these things, okay? I watched a guy also go to a abandoned water park, and it was basically January or February, and he was in China, so it was in China, and so there were people coming at him like, you're not allowed to be here. Go. You're not allowed to be here. Get out. Like these Chinese people. Basically because it was a pandemic and they were like, yeah. It wasn't a pandemic at the time, but for China it was a national pandemic. So it was like, get out. No. So yeah. I think that'll be it for now, guys. think it'll be for now, guys. So, again, please tell me questions, comments, and concerns on my email, tacoimposters@gmail.com. Tell me anything there. I have a Discord and my Patreon. Still not up. It will be up in the near future. Probably this year, sometime this year. But anyway, I think that'll be it for now, guys. So there's that. Yeah. Stay tuned for a video today, or live stream today on my 5-year anniversary, which is Monday, May 11th, 2020. I started it 5 years ago, 2015. So, there's that. And then, stay tuned for animation stuff. There'll be at least one animation coming up soon. And I think that'll be it for now, guys. So, adios, mi amigos.